Configure the new car you want, then see what others paid and lock in guaranteed savings from TrueCar certified dealers near you. Most users save over $3,000 off MSRP. Save time, save money, and never overpay. Download the TrueCar app today.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit.
97.1 The Ticket.
A CBS radio station. Sports headlines all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Team Tigers led it 6-0 at one point. They lose to the Orioles 8-7. Adam Jones, Manny Machado went deep for Baltimore. J.D. Martinez, James McCann, Jeffrey Marte for Detroit, who sent Anibal Sanchez to the mound tonight. 6:40 right here at 97.1 The Ticket. Of course, before the game, Tigers send left fielder Yoenis Cespedes to the Mets for minor leaguers Michael Fulmer and Luis Cessa. Here is Dave Dombrowski.
Anytime you go into the postseason, anything can happen. I do know that. But in my heart, I didn't think we were playing well enough on a consistent basis, even though we weren't that far out of it, to win that world championship this year.
Ryo Ishikawa with one-shot lead over Ricky Fowler and Kevin Chappelle through 2 rounds of the PGA's Quicken Loans National. He's at 11 under par. Tournament host, Tiger Woods, world number 266 among 9 players at -8, just 3 shots back. This update brought to you by the Mark Z Home Selling Team. From the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
Is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed, alongside of me, Alex Nafusi.
Hey, buddy, what's up, man?
Hey, not much, Alex. August 1st. Would you believe it already? It's August.
Why did you say Tiger Woods is in the hunt?
He's in the hunt, man. He's on the...
It's like Little League, this tournament.
There's some people out there that appreciate Tiger Woods. Jeff Lesson doesn't, but
There's 2 guys in the top 50. There's 2 guys in the top 50 ranked players in the world playing.
Hey, man, if he wins the tournament, he wins it.
He's in the hunt.
It'd be like me playing against 10-year-olds.
Hey, that's Dan Dubinsky over there from Skyward Realty. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I'm wonderful.
All right. We are brought to you always by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Again, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show. And we love taking your phone calls here, 248-539-9797. Always 1 hour of mortgage and real estate talk, how to buy that house, how to refinance your house, save money. There's a lot to know out there, obviously. Alex, purchase business is still jamming. I just wrapped up a really, really busy month of July, and it looks like August is the same, Dan. I don't see any slowing down. Even these first-time home buyers are definitely coming out of the woodwork and, finding out what they can get qualified for, how the whole process works. That's the key.
Yeah, well, those programs you're offering with 3% down, the FHA 3.5% down, it's really it's a smart time to be a buyer, and it's a great time to be a buyer. Chances are, very good chance next year at this time, prices are going to be up from what they are right now.
Yeah, right. There's not a whole lot of inventory out there. That's what we've definitely been seeing, a push for those great houses. Of course, mortgage interest rates, Alex, still at all-time lows. That's not preventing anyone from doing any purchasing.
No, absolutely not. And here's what happens in the beginning of August all the time is that people selling and people buying, they have kids and they want to get out of the house and into the new ones so the kids don't have to switch school districts mid-year. And I think people just they want to wrap it up. And this summer after last summer was so funky and so it was a bad summer. I mean, the weather was awful. I didn't think I could play golf until June. But right. This summer it's been so nice. I think a lot of people kind of fell into like that post 4th of July hangover where they're just like, I don't want to do anything. I want to hang out with my kids. I want to go to Cedar Point. I want to do this, which that's awesome. It's great. That's what summers in Michigan are for. But I think now people are really starting to ramp back up and they're saying, listen, man, we got to find a house, babe. I mean, we got to make this happen quick, which is good because there are a lot of companies out there taking 60 plus days, 90 plus days to close the purchase. I mean, I had to rush one through the other day for a purchase, and I think we closed it in 3 weeks, under 3 weeks.
Yeah, a nice clean file can definitely get done under 30 days. There's no doubt about that.
I'm not a huge fan of doing loans that quick, but I mean, if it's 100% necessary, yeah, we can make that happen for you.
Yeah, if you have a situation out there, if you're a real estate agent, you've got someone who has to close before the school year starts. A lot of times they even have to close on it before they can register the kids. Some of the school districts, Dan, as you know, allow the kids, as there's a signed purchase agreement, allow the kids to enroll into the school. So that's fallen into play this time of year.
Yeah, you know, I was walking by one of my agents the other day, Tony Tron, and he had a PA in front of him, and I said, "Hey, who's that coming from?" And he said,
The purchase agreement.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Come on.
And it was a counter offer, and it had in there written in the conditions that the appraisal must be done by this date, which was like a week and a half away. I said, listen, you know, and I think, Alex, you're doing
I'm
the deal
doing
with him. And I said, you know what, I don't know if we can control when the appraisal's done. So, this agent may think that they can do that, but really that's not how it works. You can put a closing date in there, but don't start micromanaging and saying each step of the way, this is what you have to do.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
That's such a great word, micromanaging. Let me do my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not updating you on a day by day basis.
You know what I did? I said, call Alex and he'll handle it. He's going to tell you to wipe that thing out right off.
Yeah, I talked to Tony about it.
Right, we're going to take all your calls here this morning. It's 9:05 if you're just tuning in. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show. We take all your calls at 248-539-9797. As Mr. Glanz would always say, stay in your swim lane. Get the work done. Again, we don't call up
Stay in your swim lane.
Stay in your swim lane. We don't call up the agents every day and going, hey, this is wrong. I can't read your purchase agreement. There's missing signatures. Oh, they're there. But they don't hear from us every single day. What we do is we allow them to do their job. And again, proper representation will always help anyone who's out there buying a house, smooth out the process, make it real easy.
I do want to throw out real quick, we haven't really done a buyer beware show in a long time, but I do want to bring back to the forefront that there are a lot of people that have jumped back into the business, whether it be the mortgage business or the real estate business or the title business or whatever. You have to know who you're talking to. And I was sitting down, I think it was Tuesday night. I was like 7:30 in the evening. I'm sitting at my table. I got my Thai food from Siam Spicy, and I got my chopsticks, and the phone rings. And it comes up, I'm watching The Big Bang Theory, and it comes up, on the bottom of the TV, like the phone number. And it's like, it's a 248-408 number, which, it's a cell phone, which is, out of like Birmingham, Bloomfield. I'm
Sure.
like, who's calling me at home at 7:30 on a Tuesday? It's a cold call from Keller Williams.
Oh, interesting.
It's like, hey, this is Jim from KW Birmingham. I'm like, dude, do you have any idea who you just called? And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Who did I call? He goes, what's your
It's not
name?
the president, right?
He goes,
It's
what's
just
your?
you.
Well, I know it's just me, but it's like, dude, like, why are you
Right.
dude, come on, give me a break, man. And
Your
he's
food
like,
was getting cold. That's why you were mad.
Well, it was on the chopsticks, and I had to put it down, and
Chopsticks, really.
I do. Oh, yeah, I'm good at it, man. And I'm like, dude, are you serious right now? He goes, who did I call? And I'm like, I don't know. You called me. I'm on the do not call list. Why are you calling me, dude? And he goes, I just want to know if you've had your house evaluated lately. And I said, my house evaluated lately? What are you talking about, dude? He said, well, who's this? I'm like, what do you mean, who's this? You called me, bro. I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, just give me 5 minutes. And I wrote this down. This is his quote. I'm as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's comfortable.
Really?
I do like the other side of the pillow. Yeah,
You're a telemarketer calling me. He goes, I'm the top agent in the area. You're the top agent there, but you're cold calling me at 7:30 on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, believe me, top agents are cold.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Dan Dubensky is not cold calling people from his cell phone
And you
at
didn't-
7:30 Tuesday
You didn't
night.
fill out any form at your grocery store or anything like that?
No,
So-
dude, I don't even know how he got my number, man. I mean, listen, I'm in the phone book. Like I always say, listen, man, I'm not some guy from California, the hustling mortgages in Michigan. My office is at 12 in Pierce. I live in Berkeley. I'm in the phone book. Like
You're accessible. Yeah, you're not.
I don't have that tough of a job. I mean, all you have to do with this job.
No Bentley in the driveway or anything like that? Nothing?
I've driven,
Regular guy.
I've driven Jeeps for years.
Yeah,
I have a Jeep.
Chrysler guy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's a pimped out Jeep, though.
Thank you for that. All you have to do in this industry, it's really not that hard, okay? I mean, I'm a smart guy, but I'm not that smart of a guy. All you have to do is be nice to everybody and don't lie or mislead your clients.
There you go.
It's not that
Well,
tough.
I got 2 out of those 3. I'm not doing too bad.
Well,
Hey, great news out there in the mortgage
you're pretty
world.
nice, buddy.
As always. Would you believe it? Actually, last week was a great week for interest rates. Again, so interest rates, all the talk, of course, is the Fed met again on Wednesday, and the talk is, are they going to raise in September? Are they going to raise in September? Who knows? We don't know. One thing for sure is they did slip back to May 29th numbers, so we actually are back to the lowest interest rates we've had all summer long. So again, interest rates aren't going to prevent you from buying a house, refinancing a house. They're still at all-time lows. Again, we don't say 50-year lows now. We say maybe 40-year lows, but great opportunities out there to save money. Lots of information out there. Key reasons why the Fed could increase interest rates is the economy. And the economy seems to be doing quite well, but it might be only doing quite well in some regions. Again, job growth and the wage growth isn't moving in that type of direction. So who knows? Maybe rates will just hang in here a little bit longer. And we've got a whole bunch of cool things coming up in the mortgage industry. coming up in October, and some other new things that we'll keep you in tune to. If you have any questions, we want to hear from you. 248-539-9797. Hey, how about this, Dan Dubinsky? The latest reason to buy the house is just rents are just out through the roof. I mean, they are just crazy.
They are crazy. They keep going up and up and up. And, you know, we have a great medical system here in Metro Detroit.
Right.
We see a ton of these resident doctors move in, sign 3-year contracts. Most of them lease because that's, you know, they're only here 3 years. Some are purchasers. But not only that, we have people coming in from the auto industry. And a lot of them don't buy, so they're renting. And we're getting, you know, $2.50 a square foot in some cases in downtown Royal Oak and higher in Birmingham. That's for a 1,000 square foot unit. You're paying $2,500. It's crazy. So it's a great time to be an investor as well. You know, you have to buy smart. You have vacancy costs and all kind of miscellaneous costs as well. But, you know, investors have been doing great, especially the people who bought 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, like you said, the cost of rent is definitely very, headed in the wrong direction if you're out there renting. While some apartments are still very reasonable to rent like a house or a condominium in a good school district, they are getting top dollar for these. And again, this might be a reason why you might want to just buy the house. And potentially with some appreciation, if you make a nice purchase, don't overpay for something in a good area with good schools, you might be able to sell it on your way out. Maybe, like you said, 3 or 4 years from now.
Well, yeah, either sell it or what a lot of these people do that we turn into buyers, they move out of state, but we manage it for them. And they cash flow $400, $500, $600, $700 a month. And with the appreciation, your interest deduction, I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense to be a buyer.
Yeah, another few reasons to purchase a house. All right, we're up against our first break here. When we come back, we got tons of great information for you, all about mortgages. Yeah, if you're out there purchasing a house, keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Cricket or Metro PCS customers. For a limited time, slash your Cricket or Metro PCS payment in half when you switch to Boost Mobile. With Cricket or Metro, you'll pay $40 a month for a plan. But with Boost, you'll pay half that. That's just $20 a month, plus you get 2.5 gigs of high-speed data to go with it. Hurry into your local Boost Mobile store today for details and check out the lineup of the latest Samsung Galaxy phones. Offer valid until 9/30/15. Requires valid in-store ports from select Cricket or Metro PCS wireless plan to eligible Boost monthly plan at participating indirect dealers. Excludes BoostMobile.com and national retailers. Not all Metro PCS or Cricket plans will have an equivalent Boost plan, and certain Cricket or Metro PCS plan services may not be included. After 12 months, promotional plan expires and plan automatically changes to higher price equivalent plan. Not combinable with certain other promotions. State and local sales taxes or fees may apply when adding funds to accounts. Coverage and offers not available everywhere. Boost reserves a right to modify, extend, or cancel offer at any time. Prohibited use, rules, and other restrictions apply. See participating dealer for complete details. Cricket is a registered trademark of Cricket Communications Incorporated. Metro PCS is a registered trademark of T-Mobile USA Incorporated, DBA Metro PCS.
Earnings vary based on your effort.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Detroit? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Detroit area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Detroit is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, call 1-800-339-3884. Seating is extremely limited. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also reserve a free copy of Than's Money for Deals Guide. That's 1-800-339-3884. That's 1-800-339-3884.
Has a loved one in your family suffered a stroke or traumatic brain injury? Have you been told there's no hope? Over the years, Dr. Tammy Powell has devoted her life to those who have been told there is no hope. Her own daughter is living testimony that hyperbaric oxygen treatment can restore normal brain function, even when other doctors say it will never happen. You may not be familiar with hyperbaric oxygen, but it means you don't ever have to give up hope. Whether it's sports injuries, concussions, autism, cerebral palsy, palsy, strokes, ADHD, diabetes-related damage, or a whole range of other conditions. The professionals at Oxford Hyperbaric are successfully restoring individuals back to a healthy lifestyle. They offer state-of-the-art equipment and have treated thousands of patients from all over the world. Call Oxford Recovery Center today at 248-486-3636 and don't let anyone tell you your recovery is not possible. Recovery is possible. Call 248-486-3636 or visit oxfordrecoverycenter.com and let the healing begin.
The more you learn about your insurance coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check out my new addition.
Wow, I love this new master bedroom.
When you're really only covered for this.
Check out my new addition.
Wow, a Murphy bed.
Now you see it. Now you don't.
Or how you may be covered if you drive your car into a pool.
That pool came out of nowhere.
But not if you drive a carpool. Talk to a farmer's agent about what gaps might be hiding in your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Don't have time to talk? Send us a text instead. The Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge ticket text at 97136. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
If you ever miss Kosh and Anderson on 97.1 The Ticket, you can always hear their highlights at play.it, your new podcast network for best-in-class on-demand shows.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's 9:15. You've got a tuner, the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, we take your calls here live in the studio, 248-539-9797. Tons of information. I got the 8.5 by 14-inch paper today. We got lots to bring you today. It's really exciting to purchase a house. If you haven't yet looked into it, find out by calling the experts at Capital Mortgage Funding. We will close your loan, get you done, and show you how to really do it the right way. And that's the key. We brought in Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty in downtown Royal Oak. And, of course, if you're looking for any houses in this area, definitely give us a call. We'll set you up with Dan and his great staff. All right, we got a call here from Macomb. Rick, you're calling in. You got a question about refinancing. What's going on?
Hi, I have, my home is about 7 years old. I got a slip from another loan company about the FHA refinance, dropping the MIP part way. I'd like to check into dropping mine all the way, see if I qualify for.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. First of all, Rick, I want to, I don't know if you're the first part of the show. You got something in the mail, correct? A mass mailer from another mortgage company. Yeah. So first of all, a mortgage is publicly recorded, so anybody can pull that and send you some basically spam, but in the old school letter form. So definitely beware of that. Okay. To answer your question directly, to drop in your PMI, your private mortgage insurance, it's a pretty easy process. Why did you go FHA in the first place?
Because I had another home finance. I have two homes. One my daughter lives in will purchase shortly, and I didn't have enough down payment to go conventional, so I went FHA on the second one. I bought it during the slump when the prices were
perfect. Good man. I like hearing that, man. So you bought it back in 2008, 9, 10 when the values were way down?
Yes.
What's the current balance on it right now?
The current balance is let's see, I'm sorry. Let me look here.
It's okay, whatever. So two something.
204.5.
And what do you think it's worth?
Everything's been selling in here between 280 and probably 320.
All right, good. Here's the good news, man. First of all, it sounds like you have enough equity to just do a regular roll of refinance and drop the PMI altogether. Even if you can't, our firm, Capital Mortgage, has programs where you can buy for 5% down with no PMI. So even if it comes in a little bit less than that 20% loan to value we need to drop the private mortgage insurance, we could still do something for you, man.
Yeah, Rick, you're definitely going to save some money here.
You're going to save $200 a month minimum.
Very good.
So let me call after the show and I'll take care of it for you, man.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
easy
sir.
enough. Thanks for the call, Rick. Definitely a lot of newfound equity out there. Okay, to refinance out of that loan you currently have. Again, you might have got an FHA loan, like in this situation, that gentleman got an FHA loan, had minimum down, but now he's got this tremendous amount of equity.
He didn't need to go
no,
FHA,
he could have probably gone 5
that's what bums me out is it's whoever he spoke to, whatever lender, he could have gone 5% down conventional.
Probably.
With no PMI.
Yeah, rid yourself of that traditional PMI or MIP that you're paying now. Again, you might have some built-in equity. Cash out refinances are definitely happening. A lot of opportunities out there with families that did buy in the last 5 or 6 years. You have built-in equity. Pay off your debts. Do cash out for college tuition. We got a lot of that going on real soon. Kids will be back in school, so we're starting to head that way. Also, those summer tax bills came out on July 1st. A lot of families haven't paid them. Sometimes you put them off till September 15th, the due dates. More importantly, you might just want to get that taken care of. You got built-in equity in your house. Go ahead and do a little bit of a cash-out refinance. You'll definitely be able to save money. Let's move on to some calls here. We've got Dave out there in Livonia. Good morning, Dave. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome, you guys. How you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. I owe about, I'll tell you the story. I owe about $10,000 in credit cards, and I had an equity loan for $18,000, and it came due a year or so ago, and they went to asset recovery, and I pay $50 a month, no interest on that.
Okay.
And I have a house, and I owe about $25,000 on it, and I'm at 4 3/4%. And I wondered if I did try to refinance, would that equity loan come into play, or is that thing
Absolutely.
just out there? You know what I mean? Would I
No,
have
it comes
to
into
pay
play
that
for
off?
sure. How much is the house worth?
Probably $75,000, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a cash out refinance and consolidate everything all together. But yeah, I mean, definitely, if you refinance that home equity line, it's going to come into play because it's a lien on the property. It's a lien on title, so it's either got to be paid off.
I thought since they have me pay $50 a month, that
No,
it
man,
was.
they're not releasing that lien off a title just because you're paying on it. It's still a lien on title, so you're gonna have to pay it off.
Yeah, Dave, you get to write the interest off on it too, so there's some other benefit out there for you.
Okay, and what's the rate right now? Would it be worth my while? I have 4 3/4 on my house.
I have no idea. What's your credit score?
Oh, I don't know. I owe like $10,000 in credit cards.
Well, it doesn't
so
sound like it's going to be very good, so your rate's not going to be great.
What's your current rate? Wait, what is the current rate?
4 3/4.
You might be able to do somewhere similar to that. And
I would, if your credit's not great, you're looking somewhere in the mid to high 4s.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, hey, dude, if we can consolidate $10,000 in credit card debt, pay off your home equity line, pay off the first mortgage. If you're saving $200 a month, what's the point of what does it matter what the rate is? What if the rate was 8%, but you're saving $200 a month?
That's what I'm looking at too, because right, exactly. I'm tired of living dime to dime.
I'm with you, partner.
We'll help you with that cash
Dave,
flow.
Harvard call after the show, and we'll take care of you, man.
Sounds good.
Good deal. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dave. Well, it's as simple as that. If you got some built-in equity, consolidate your debt. Pay off those credit cards, those high interest rate credit cards, maybe a first and a second mortgage, combine those together. Now's that time to do that. I'm starting to get more and more clients giving us phone calls saying, you know what, you're right. Now is the time to do some serious consolidation and get your financial house in order. I mean, that's what it's all about. Put your ducks in a row.
You don't buy some jet skis?
You could if you need them. If you definitely need Wave Runner or jet ski,
Alex
do
is a
it.
fan of those.
Yeah, not at all. John out there in Trenton. Hey, John, what's happening? Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. Hopefully you guys can help me out here. I want to buy a house. I've been renting for a long time. I had to file Chapter 7 back in 2 years ago, actually. I'm out of it now. It's been 2 years. My credit score is 561. I got 2 cars trying to rebuild it. My wife is about a 650. Everybody I've talked to, Quicken Loans and some out-of-state companies, have told me that I got to pay a credit expert to go and get stuff off of my credit from Chapter 7.
No.
Why would you have to pay a credit expert to do that?
No, I mean, if it's on your stuff should be already released.
The chapter, go ahead, Harv.
I was just going to say the Chapter 7 would have everything listed on there that's already been included in your bankruptcy. There is a small possibility that you need to take your bankruptcy papers, start a transaction, take your bankruptcy papers, and get them into the credit bureaus, the real credit bureaus, to remove some stuff on there that's on there. It shouldn't be on there. That's already been removed from the Chapter 7.
Okay.
Does your wife work,
any way
John?
you guys can help me?
Yeah, dude, I have some great software. I can run your credit report through and tell you what you can pay off or pay down and what the impact it'll have on your credit report. Furthermore, if you file Chapter 7, we have a whole team that'll take care of the things that didn't come off your credit report for you. And we don't charge you to do that. If you're a client of ours and you're looking to buy a house, I mean, my assistant Chanel or my processor Tanya, I mean, we'll work with you to get those things removed from your credit report. Whoever told you to pay a credit expert, which, by the way, there's no such thing.
I don't think so.
Whoever told you to pay a credit expert to help get that off your credit report is just give you terrible, I almost swore, just give you terrible advice.
I think we got good news for you, John. Yeah, we'll get your credit score up. We can figure this out for you.
John, let me call after the show.
Okay.
We'll sit down with you. We'll sit down with you and your wife, and we'll put a plan together. And we'll get it taken care of, man.
Okay, I appreciate it. I thought I was getting bad advice.
It was terrible advice. I forget the company you called. You said earlier. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it was terrible advice.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right, not too
See you.
bad.
Thank-
All right, 248-539-9797. The calls are just starting to heat up. We'd like to hear from you. Definitely give us a call on the show. If you're out there considering refinancing, as I mentioned, want to become a homeowner, give us a phone call. Make it happen.
Taking hate mail for that one.
It's a lot of fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
become a homeowner, and it's not a lot of fun to be a renter.
I'm waiting for the text from Harry Glenn in a few seconds.
Hey, Freddie Mac actually and Fannie Mae reported single-family delinquencies have been really down lately. And it all has to do with the way we do mortgages nowadays. Yeah, I mean, sometimes clients are, giving me that wink on Harvey. Really? You need all pages of this, all that? Yeah, the answer is yes. But what we're doing is we're building stronger communities, stronger loan applications, and people are learning the process. It's definitely shown that the delinquencies have been down over the last year. And what it does is it builds stronger communities. We're definitely putting families into homes that they can afford. And, we don't have to worry about that trash can rolling down the street or no trash can at all. And just those small things that really, don't keep up a neighborhood, like cutting the grass or even paying a lawn company to spray for weeds. And there's a lot to do with budgeting properly and getting a house that fits your needs. So that's sort of the theme this morning is if you're out there and you're just scared about it, you can sit down with us. There's no charge at all. Get professional advice. All right, it's 9:25. We're up against a little quick break here. When we come back, all your calls, 248-539-9797.
When it comes to cancer, why does better matter?
Better can make all the difference.
Better can make you a survivor. Better can help you fight smarter.
Better begins at the Barbara Ann Karmanos Cancer Institute. All we do is fight cancer. It's our sole focus every day. Our world-renowned cancer researchers and specialists are leaders in pioneering new cancer treatments. These advances help us develop better treatment options, and better treatments are proven to deliver better outcomes.
Could better save your life?
Or help you rewrite the future? Or help you make more memories?
You better believe it.
Whatever your cancer, whatever your prognosis, you can get the best care possible just by asking for better. Call 1-800-CARMANOS. Karmanos Cancer Institute. Better treatments, better outcomes, more moments.
The American Red Cross and Suburban Propane are teaming up this summer to ask you to be a hero to someone in need and give blood or platelets. This is Donna Morrissey of the American Red Cross. When you give blood, you help someone like Suburban Propane employee Christine Smith, who needed blood after giving birth to her son. Or you may help a family like Janet Nitchmans, whose husband needed blood after receiving a liver transplant. Blood supplies decline in the summer months, but the need for blood never takes a break. Please answer our call for help and make an appointment to give life-saving blood or platelets for patients in need. To find a blood drive near you, use the Red Cross Blood Donor app, call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org. Join Suburban Propane, their employees and customers who are proudly giving blood this summer and making a difference in the lives of others.
Are you on a temporary Cobra health plan that is more expensive than ever and is set to expire, leaving you and your family without health insurance? You need to call Mike Papura National Benefit Plans. Mike will shop for a plan that truly fits your needs and your budget. Your plan can include dental, vision, prescription, your choice of doctors, health insurance, whatever it is you need. Call now, 877-734-2200, or go to nbphealth.com. And remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
MasterCard and Stand Up to Cancer are teaming up again. Now through September 15th, when you use your MasterCard to dine out and pay for a meal $10 or more, MasterCard will donate to Stand Up to Cancer up to $4 million, one precious cent at a time. So call up your friends and start making dinner plans. It could be a new friend, your best friend, or that friend you haven't seen in years. Because now you have a really good reason. Now you can do it for a priceless cause. MasterCard and Stand Up to Cancer. Priceless. Applies to qualifying restaurant purchases made with U.S. MasterCards. PIN transactions ineligible. Stand Up to Cancer is a program of the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
It was a vicious circle. I had problems with my health, which caused me to lose my job. And since I lost my job, I didn't have health insurance. That meant my health problems got worse, so I couldn't get a new job, so I didn't have health insurance, and so on and so on. That circle stopped when I was able to get coverage with the Healthy Michigan plan. I was able to get treatment again for my health problems and continue until I felt well enough to interview for a new job. last week, I finally got one for the first time in 3 years. Without the Healthy Michigan plan, I'd still be going in circles. Instead, I'm going back to work.
If you're one of the 600,000 people in Michigan who have joined the Healthy Michigan Plan, make sure you know at healthymichiganplan.org. Sponsored by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
24 Seconds. 24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be for everything sports. Be sure to catch UFC 190 this Saturday. Ronda Rousey versus Betch Cohen. Bottles of blue and blue light just $2.50 during the Detroit baseball games. 24 Seconds in Berkeley. 24secondsbar.com.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Miller Landscape. Tigers had a 6-0 lead. That went bye-bye. Orioles beat them 8-7. Adam Jones, Manny Machado homered. J.D. Martinez, James McCann, and Jeffrey Marte did the same for the Tigers, but it was not enough, sending Anibal Sanchez to the mound tonight. 7:05, the first pitch right here on The Ticket. Giannis Cespedes goes to the New York Mets yesterday for minor league pitchers Michael Fulmer and Luis Sessa. Meanwhile, on the PGA Tour at the Quicken Loans National, Ryo Ishikawa has a one-shot lead over Ricky Fowler and Kevin Chappelle through 2 rounds. From the 1-800-CALL SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson for more 971theticket.com.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here. 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show, 9:31. If you're just tuning in, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all day long at Capital, all weekend long, 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. You'll save a ton of money on closing costs. Get professional advice, and you actually close on your house. That's a cool thing.
Hey, buddy, real quick. I know we got to send some love out. My mom had her knee replaced yesterday at Beaumont, so I want to send Julie some love, and I know you wanted to say happy birthday.
My Aunt Muriel, the best aunt in the world. If my other aunts are listening, forget it. My Aunt Muriel is 80 today, and she's unbelievable. She's the coolest lady around, so a little shout out to Muriel Warren.
It's funny, when I had my knee rebuilt and my dad had his replaced too, like you come out of surgery and, my father and I are both just like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. Give me morphine. Like, you guys. Oh yeah, dude, my dad. It was nice. It was awful. I went into the hospital room the other day to see my mom. She's like, hi, sweetie, how are you? Like it totally, like women have like a 10 times higher pain.
Way tougher than dudes.
It's not even close. I'm like a ton of pain.
Speaking of some great women out there, we got Krista who hung on the line on a cell phone out there. No,
I went to Gary. I'm sorry.
Went to Gary. Hang on there, Krista. Hey, Gary. Good morning from Southfield. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
Good, Gary. What's up, man?
I got a question for you. I got a loan modification on a house, and it stated that after 5 years, I would go back to the prevailing rate. What does that mean, the prevailing rate?
It means the rates you were previously at.
The rate I was previously at when I first on the house. Okay.
Right, before they modified it.
I'm guessing that's what it means. I don't know. I'd have to actually see it. I'm guessing that's what it means. What rate were you at before?
Oh, probably around 4.5.
What did you get the rate modified to?
I got a 5-year, first 5 year 2%, third year 3%, and then it says at the prevailing rate.
Right.
Yeah, so it's going to go back to the rate you were at initially, the 4.5. You got a great deal, man.
Make the phone call too, Gary. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you making the phone call over there to say, hey, what's it going to be?
When I go into the bank, they act like they don't know what prevailing rate is.
It's because they probably don't.
Second question. We were thinking about relocating back to Michigan, and I was always afraid that the taxes were too high. What are roughly, I've been gone 15 years, what are the taxes running like in Michigan?
Well, it depends on the city you're in.
It says you're calling from Southfield. Are you currently a renter?
No, I own my home in Las Vegas.
Oh,
sweet, dude. Getting something, condo or something like here for like a snowbird or something like that.
Yeah, what we could do is hook you up with a real estate agent. First, we always want to pre-approve someone and give them an idea of how much they can get a mortgage for, or if you're going to be paying cash. You give us an idea of your price range and what you're looking for, and then the real estate agents can send you some listings and give you a great idea of what all the property taxes are. Right?
Yeah, they have a mill rate. They have a computer program that you plug in the city, and it'll tell you exactly what the taxes are.
Yep.
Yeah, Gary, we'll call after the show. I'll have Dan give you a call and run some numbers for you and get you taken care of, man.
Thanks.
Good
Fun
deal.
talking to you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, man.
Alrighty. Yeah, actually brought up something interesting, loan modifications. I mean, for years on the show when people were upside down and in trouble and everyone lost their job in Southeast Michigan, not everyone, but quite a few people, we would receive these calls from the listeners, and they were always bad stories, trying to get through some bad times. But most needed to modify their mortgages, and many of the families had that opportunity, and the lenders did it. But many, Alex, and we heard the phone calls here, they would call us up and say, they've had my paperwork for 5 months. They've lost my paperwork.
Just the buyer beware show. Just, pay attention. I just don't say here. Don't talk to strangers.
Right.
I mean,
and the fact is that many of these families, had they actually got modifications, they would have been able to hang on and then go through these rougher times and then come out like as times are a lot better right now. But they were left in the dark, and it was really good because the CFPB did smack someone in the face and fined him like $1.5 million. I don't even know what the fine was. On the other hand, basically what they said was, this is ridiculous. You can't do that to families out there going through some tough times. And again, many of the families...
Well, people in jail now for that.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. And again, even Gary here, that last gentleman, he signed his name on something. He doesn't even know what it's going to be.
Right.
And then you walk into the bank, and I bank at these institutions, and they're wearing 3-piece suits, and the women have those polyester suits on, and they know nothing about mortgages. They barely can control your savings and checking account, but I don't want to go there. Let's go to Krista. Krista out there on a cell phone. What's happening?
Yeah, hey. Not much. Actually, I'm heading in for breakfast, so I'm going to be quick.
Okay, cool.
I've got FHA, 3.75 right now, paying PMI about $120 a month. Not sure if I'm going to be living there for the next year or so, probably for at least a year. What, is it more financially, respectful to refinance and get out of PMI, even though I'll be paying how much would I be paying in closing costs would be the big question.
Well, here's the issue. You're at 3 3/4 now. What's the house worth?
Probably about I'd probably say 180, 190.
Yes, it makes 100% sense to do it.
Well, it is.
Okay,
is she saving up?
Yeah, you're going to move in, and I'm sorry, 1 year or 5 years?
1 year, possibly.
Oh, no.
I mean, ideally probably not, but you never know what's going to happen in the world. But
I don't know.
I gotta run the numbers 100%. I don't want you not to recover your costs.
The break even's about a year, I think, on the transaction. Your rate would probably go.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, your rate would go up maybe a little bit from that 3 3/4 because they're a little bit higher now. But removing that MIP on the FHA loan would save you that amount, which is probably 100. How much is the MIP a month?
About 120.
120.
I mean, at the end of the day, she's going to save 80, 960, 12. You're going to have to stay there for longer than a year. You're going to have to stay.
Yeah. Chris, let me do this. Let me call you after the show. I know you're going to breakfast, but I'll call after the show and run some numbers for you.
All right. Have a good morning, and thanks for calling.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah, Chris, thanks.
Awesome. I just love that simple question. Is this something I should do? If not, if you're always going to move, maybe no.
Here's the thing. Trust me, I would love the business. I'm not going to do a loan for somebody that says I'm moving in a year if they're not going to recover their costs.
Well, that's the one variable that people don't realize, the time. How long are you going to be there? I'm going to buy a house. Are you going to be there for 5 years? Are you going to be there for a year? Doesn't make sense. I'm going to refinance. Time is the one variable is really important that people don't always factor in.
Yeah, set yourself up for success. Just run the numbers. It doesn't cost us anything to run numbers for you and give you some good advice, and then you can sort of figure it out from there. Hey, let's go on to Greg in Westland. Good morning, Greg. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, sir.
I have a buyer beware question.
Okay.
My son bought a first-time house. Very responsible kid. He's 28 years old now. He's owned the house for 6-7 years.
Mm-hmm.
He found out in the spring of this year that the garage that's attached to his house doesn't belong to him.
Keep going. Tell us more.
He never had, when he bought it, he didn't have the property surveyed.
Many mortgages don't require them nowadays because did he buy in a subdivision with like a plotted subdivision?
It's an older subdivision, yes.
I had that situation on the first house I bought, and only a few title companies were involved, and there's easement agreements that are sometimes needed. But in this case, he has title insurance on the house, and we'd want to pull the title insurance out. And we'd also want to find out if any of the neighbors do have surveys and what the information. I love all the sneaky neighbors, including the jerk off who got me involved. I'm not allowed to say that one. I might be able to. Years ago, I bought a house, and the guy next door. I don't know. I'm telling a great story, though. I'm not even kidding. The guy, basically, I had the house sold, and it turned out that the whole subdivision was built like on an angle. Lo and behold, what we had to do was I had to pay him off. I had to pay the guy off to sign an easement agreement. No one else in the subdivision ever did. And sometimes bad things happen where you've got to get some agreements signed.
Did you say this is an attached garage, sir?
An attached garage.
And
Yeah.
it's not
Property line goes
it's
through
not
it.
a condominium or not a
No, it's a house.
I've heard of
How did you find out that it wasn't part of his property?
He got an eviction notice in the spring.
What?
From Wayne County Taxes.
I don't know about that.
So a separate lot that
So
is,
it's lost to taxes. Right now,
Did he buy a double lot?
that's what they found out was
So
that the lot had been divided.
How did it? But how did it? You
How would
get
you get
so
title
much
insurance
You
on
get
that?
so much notice though if you are behind on your taxes, and for you to
No, he didn't know.
No, but they're going to send you letters and saying your taxes are due on this.
Yeah,
lot.
not 7 years later.
Yeah, they're not going to just send you
But
and
they
say.
didn't send it. But here's the thing: they didn't send it to him.
Who they send it to?
Whoever bought it at the tax auction.
Yeah, but
7 years
prior to that,
he would have received 50 notices from Wayne County that he had back taxes on that garage.
I don't think he's.
or maybe
he's not
you
gonna
never
lose
bought
this.
it in the first place. Is that what you're saying? You never
No,
bought
you
it.
never got the title.
That's the thing.
But then why would they send him a delinquency? We'd have
Yeah, it was. That garage was sold at a tax auction the same time that he bought his house.
Bizarre.
You got to call the title company.
Yeah, there's going to be. I think there's a way out of this. I think there's a way out of this. It's going to cost him probably a few dollars with an attorney. He's
Or
going to get
call
a
the
real
guy
estate
who has
attorney.
to buy his garage back.
Yeah, well.
Thanks, Greg.
Here's the thing.
Wait, hold
Hey, Greg, we're up
we
against
gotta
the
roll, but
break.
I'll cut
Sit
for the
tight
show.
there. All right, listen to the Hardcore Mortgage Show. We've got tons of calls to get to. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Yo, Brisk Ice Tea announcer guy, you there?
I'm an announcer!
There you are. Man, what is this four-eyed lemon guy doing here? He's just been smiling at me for half an hour.
That's Gary! He's from Brisk Lemonade!
Yeah, man, I know he's with you, but why is he here?
To help you win cool Brisk gear by Mishka!
Okay, that's pretty cool. What kind of gear?
Cool Brisk gear by Mishka!
I got that part, but like, what specific items?
T-shirts for your upper body, backpacks to put stuff in, hats for your head, jerseys that are also for your upper body.
So how do I win that stuff?
Find them, snap them, tag them, you could win!
He's still staring at me. It's kinda creepy.
Super creepy!
What do I tag this with?
Hashtag that's Brisk, baby, and hashtag entry on Twitter or Instagram.
Wait, 2 hashtags?
It is kind of out there.
I guess so.
That's Brisk, baby. No purchase necessary. Visit drinkbrisk.com for details.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
Are you willing to pay more for life insurance than you should? Well, did you know you could save as much as 70% on term life insurance? Hi, I'm Brent Langdon for AIG Direct. We partnered with American General Life to find you their most affordable rates on term life insurance products. And I mean affordable. We could find you a $250,000 policy for just $14 a month, which means you could save hundreds of dollars a year. Call us now for a free, no-obligation quote. Call 1-800-600-7214. Since 1995, we've helped millions of people find out if they could save up to 70% on their term life insurance. See how much we could save you. It only takes 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. And the call is absolutely free. Call 1-800-600-7214. That's 1-800-600-7214.
Every morning on CBS This Morning, we do something unusual.
We're just learning.
There are new developments. There is another bombshell.
We just get to the news.
We're going to look at headlines from around the globe.
News that takes you there.
You can see the scale of the destruction.
News that answers your questions and opens your eyes.
How do you measure the concern about this threat?
So tomorrow morning, join us and just get to the news. Only on CBS This Morning.
Right after CBS Morning News on CBS 62, Detroit.
Looking for a new career? Demand in the IT industry has never been higher. New Horizons Computer Learning Centers has the training you need for the career you want. Authorized training for Microsoft, Cisco, and VMware. Help you earn industry-recognized certifications. The flexible day and evening classes get you certified and qualified in under 6 months. New Horizons is also a military-friendly school with funding. New Horizons Computer Learning Centers. Your future begins now. Call 1-844-44-NEW-CAREER. That's 1-844-44-NEW-CAREER. New classes starting each month. Before you have surgery for pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or other joints, you must call the doctors at Stem Cell Therapeutics. They will relieve your joint pain by 80 to 90% with only one 45-minute in-office procedure. Call 248-712-6967 to learn more and get $500 off your procedure. It's safe, quick, and restores your lifestyle without surgery using your own stem cells. Get joint pain relief today and $500 off your procedure. Stem Cell Therapeutics, 248-712-6967.
Right now, the Home Depot has 10% off special order Anderson windows and patio doors, and the possibilities are wide open. So let's show your old windows the door, show your old doors the curb, and upgrade to Anderson, the best name in the business, right now at one of the best prices of the year. Let's do this. With 10% off special order Anderson windows and patio doors, now only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Exclusions apply, valid through August 12th.
Defend the Den. Tickets are on sale now for Detroit Lions single game tickets. You can purchase tickets now for Detroit Lions individual games against the Cardinals, Vikings, Broncos, Packers, 49ers, and more at DetroitLions.com. Enjoy the pregame tailgate at Pride Plaza on Brush Street. Get game gear at the Stadium Pro Shop and experience the game live at Ford Field. Detroit Lions single game tickets are on sale now at DetroitLions.com. One Detroit, one pride. Go Lions.
On your radio and streaming worldwide, we show the world what Detroiters are made of.
97.1 The Ticket.
Ready, welcome back. 945, it's a Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call. We got a full staff. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You can also send us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. And always a reminder to myself to go slow. Look, we had a lot of information to cover here in a 1-hour show.
You've
so
never
be
gone
sure,
slow your entire life.
No. And, I have a lot of family members and professionals. They say, you slow it down a little. So we wanted to throw it out there to anyone listening. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage. We gladly will invite you into the office, sit down with you, and take a little bit more time. Here on the show, we got a lot to get to and a lot of callers to get to. Speaking of, we've got Paul out there in Taylor. Good morning, Paul. You're live on the ticket. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's possible to finance a mortgage while in bankruptcy.
Not really. I mean, what's
not
are you current on the mortgage?
I have been, yes. There's a situation brewing, and I needed some advice from somebody. Is it possible to contact you after the show?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it a chapter 7 or 13, sir?
It's a 13.
Is the house in the bankruptcy?
Yes.
Ugh, there's a lot of action going on there, man. We'd have to get permission from the court. The mortgage would have to be current. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to come into place for that to happen.
But I'd really like your advice, and if I get a call back, I'd appreciate it.
I will call after the show, sir.
Thanks for the call, Paul. Good stuff. 248-539-9797. We do have some open lines. Let's get to Tino out there in St. Clair Shores. Good morning, Tino.
Hey, good morning.
Morning,
How
sir.
you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I have a question about a deed. I am currently in a 15-year mortgage, which will be paid off in about 6 months.
Awesome.
And I also have an equity line of credit that is due in November, so I'm refinancing or taking out another line of credit.
Okay.
So during this process, the second mortgage company, the one with the line of credit, is unable to find my deed. So they've asked me to find it.
Call the county.
I've called my original mortgage company. They don't have it.
No, it's at the county. It's public record.
This is Macomb County.
Yeah.
Okay. Macomb County has it.
I've called Macomb County. I've gone to Macomb County, and they don't have it.
You know what? I'm going to call you, Tino, and get one of the title companies involved to see if they can dig it up for you. Also, do you have your closing package when you closed on the home, for the purchase, not the refinance? When you bought
yes,
the house.
I do have that package.
And there's no deed in there?
There's no copy of the deed. And here's the interesting thing. The title company that I used in 2005 is no longer in business.
Well, who is that? What title company is it?
Greco.
Well, they are in business. Actually, we're bought out. I bet you can find those records. Yeah, officially, Greco's considered to be attorney's title / Seaver's title now. So potentially it's out there, and we're going to find it for you. We'll give you a call after the show. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, sure thing.
Thanks, good enough. I mean, we'll get some help on that. And there's no doubt that you got to get the right people involved. And more professionals always have a better outcome.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Dan, any good listings you want to throw out there?
Yeah, we got a beautiful listing, actually not too far from you on Garden, Royal Oak, just on the west side of the hospital, Beaumont Hospital.
Oh, yeah.
It's a home that was built about 10 years ago. Huge yard.
I saw your sign.
Yeah,
I know where it is.
Well, you're jogging probably.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. It's a great house. It's about 2,400 square feet, just under 400,000, and these people are motivated, ready to move.
Ray, is that Royal Oak?
That's Royal Oak. Yeah, Royal Oak dips down there a little west of Woodward there, all the way over to what is that, Greenfield?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then we've got a handful of lofts, condos, and other downtown Royal Oak listings.
What a great vibe, though. I mean, it's down there to closing at one of the other real estate offices in downtown Royal. Like, just a great feel. Again, these cities like Royal Oak's not really a small city anymore, but some of the other cities like Alex's Berkeley and your Romeos and your Plymouth, Milford. I don't want to leave any of them out. Some downriver ones also. Wyandotte starting to show. So I love that city feel. I mean, there's restaurants everywhere. There's bars. There's parks. There's a lot to do.
I'll tell you what. When Detroit really wasn't an option years ago, now it is. That those cities really did command a lot of people. The younger generation wants to feel that sense of community. We find that they want to walk into town, have a bite to drink, or watch a show, and then walk back. So we're Royal Oak, Berkeley, Birmingham, all the whole Woodward corridor is doing very well.
Yeah, and I was just downtown Plymouth too last week for a close. I mean, outstanding. I mean, really cool stuff. So a lot of great areas around Southeast Michigan. 248-539-9797. Let me go over to Ben out there on the cell phone. Hey, good morning, Ben. You're live on the ticket. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. What's up, man?
Well, I had a question. I own about a half an acre of property with a single-family home in New Lothrop. The property line of my yard literally butts up against my neighbor's driveway and garage, practically to the wall of his garage.
Okay.
Now, I know that's more of a problem for him than it is for me, but when I moved in, he asked me about maybe buying a portion of my property and doing something to get a little space between his garage and my line. And I was just wondering if you guys had an idea of what a decent price for that would be.
Well, you can't really do it, man, because you'd have to have the property replatted because
there's zoning variances probably require X amount of feet between each property.
There's a setback,
right? Yeah. And the issue too, Ben, is that your mortgage right now is based on whatever a 110 by 60 lot. So all of a sudden the lot becomes 110 by 50. It could activate your due on sale clause.
Right.
So I mean, dude, if you're buddies with your neighbor, I wouldn't even worry about it, man.
Just leave it.
It's such a hassle to do,
and it's really not on your property. Is what I understand, right?
I was telling that horrible story before. It just keeps bringing bad flashbacks.
Stop swearing on the air.
I didn't swear.
Ben, it's his problem because there's probably a variance where he has to be 3 feet from your property line. It's his issue, man, not yours.
I'd go down to the city and find out, say, hey, wait a minute here. What's the real deal here? Where is my property line and why is it so close? And I think the city will have some documentation on what was recorded to make all of that happen. I would get down there. What city is it, by the way?
It's in New Lothrop.
I'm sorry, say that again?
New Lothrop.
Oh, New Lothrop. Yep. I know it well. Sure. Very good.
Yeah, Ben, we'll come after the show and go through some options with you. But I mean, I would, my initial reaction is to leave it alone.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
all right.
Cool. Thanks for calling, man.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Always gather some information by checking out the city. Learn the process. If you're out there trying to purchase a house, there's a lot to learn out there. Make it something that you understand. Understand the funds that you're going to be using and which funds you can use. There's a difference between just having cash laying around. You can't just throw that into your bank account. Getting cash, we can show you how to properly, if you do have some cash laying around, get it into the bank now and season the funds. Also, gift letters, 401k funds. There's a lot to know about funds, and don't dirty up your bank statement. So always lots to share with you if you're thinking about becoming a homeowner. If you're a self-employed person, we often run into self-employed people. All of a sudden, all the money they want to use to buy the house is in their safe, in their house or at their business. And you're like, you can't use that.
I just got a text from one of my agents saying, can the parent write the earnest money check?
Well, that would be gifted funds. The answer is yes, but then, of course, you got to make sure that the mortgage calls for a gift, and that's acceptable, and you can definitely do that.
Exactly.
So, and again, if there's any way you can gift the funds to your own account, that would be better. Oh, you're okay over there. You're good, baby. We'll take a few more calls here. Let's keep moving on here. We got, is that Julius out there looking to refinance in Westland? Good morning, Julius. You're live on the ticket.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Great. My question, I've been calling a couple of different companies. My home is in Livonia, and I have a 4.7 interest rate, but looking to refinance and get some cash out. And I've talked to a couple of different companies, and they're saying there are a lot of closing costs, and I don't think I should have to pay that. I don't know.
Why do you feel you should not have to pay closing costs?
Pardon?
Why do you feel you shouldn't have to pay closing costs?
Oh, I don't know. Not that I shouldn't, but some people are saying more than the others.
Okay.
What is fair, I guess.
Well, I mean, there are certain third-party fees that go into getting a mortgage. I mean, you need an appraisal. You need title work. I mean, What's the balance in your mortgage right now?
I owe like 74, and the house would probably appraise for about like 115, 120.
Okay. So, and how much cash you want to take out?
At least 20, but 20 to 30.
I mean, we can minimize the closing costs for you. I mean, it's not a humongous loan. It's very tough to do. To give you like a different style loan where we absorb some of your closing costs. I think it's doable, and I think it's reasonable. If you're not going anywhere, you can use this money to consolidate debt, or you need it to do something that's going to save your money or do something smart financially. It sounds very doable. Yeah, I mean, closing costs are typically on a loan like that, Alex, I'm going to say between $1,800 and $2,200.
Yeah, somewhere through there.
Okay. Somewhere not too bad. And again, that's to get a great interest rate, something a little bit lower than what you currently have, or something similar. So if your credit's good, you're going to be able to put that cash in your hand and, again, do the smart thing with your funds.
Okay, is there like FHA or conventional?
I think you should go conventional to avoid some MIP.
Yeah, it'll depend on your credit scores and loan to value and all that good stuff. But let me call after the show, and we'll take care of it for you, man.
Excellent.
Good deal. Thanks, Julius.
Thanks for the call. Sorry we didn't get to you, Greg, but we're definitely following up. Want to thank all the callers for calling in today. Always good to hear from you. We got Pat Caputo coming up with sports social commentary next. Definitely want to thank Alex Nafusi for coming in. Always wonderful. And Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. I'm Harvey Freed. Have a wonderful day.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, you might not sleep so well. But now, SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs, and it's completely hands-free. For a limited time, you can try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Just call 1-800-400-4387.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean destroys CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs with no hassle. Never have to clean your machine by hand again. There's no water, chemicals, or disassembly. Just pop in your mask, close the lid, and presto, your CPAP system is clean and fresh in minutes. Call SoClean.com to try it risk-free at home for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer, only available by calling 1-800-400-4387. That's 1-800-400-4387.
Be honest. Will owning a bigger TV help you get ahead in life? Will another pair of shoes make you a better person? Probably not. But what if you could speak another language? If acquiring a new language excites you more than acquiring more stuff, then wait until you hear this. As part of its biggest language learning event in history, Rosetta Stone is giving away demos of its powerful language learning software absolutely free. For your free demo, call 1-800-655-1535. And Rosetta Stone has made language learning more convenient than ever. learn on your computer or iPad, then practice on the go with your smartphone or MP3 player without ever opening a book or memorizing boring vocabulary again. Do you want more stuff, or do you want a language that will last a lifetime? After all, it's all about priorities. To try a free demo of this powerful language learning software, call 1-800-655-1535. Again, get your free demo now. 1-800-655-1535. That's 1-800-655-1535.
Earnings vary based on your effort. Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Detroit? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Stan Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Detroit area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Detroit is a perfect market for my